Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to My Deep Guide. Well, here we are, fresh with the news from Boox, a colorful news, and it's finally happening. Boox is announcing their first 10.3-inch color e-ink device, and it's none other than the Tab Ultra C. Whether you're a fan of Tab Ultra or not, this news by itself is rather exciting. So let's check out the press release, what kind of information we can actually get from there, what kind of promo images do we see, and then see what we can expect from the upcoming Boox Tab Ultra C. Press release goes through a lot of, PR information, things like that, and I'm not gonna really spend much time on fluffs. It's fun and it's colorful and it's comfortable and all of these kinds of things. I'm just going to summarize one thing here from all of the stuff that they're saying through all of these pages, because by the time this video releases, you're probably going to be able to read most, if not all, of the text that's here in their official capacity of some sort when they release this. So basically, they're using, fun, relaxing, calming, and things like that, which is blah, blah. And it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But what's interesting, and it's not a problem, it's actually quite nice, is that they are actually not hiding the fact that e-ink color panels are not the same and will not be the same as the traditional LCD OLED type of panels. So there's a level of transparency here that is quite welcome to see, and it is also another kind of point is that they're saying here pretty much in the first second paragraph is, with 300 ppi Kaleido 3 screen, more on that a little bit later, of course I'm going to be focusing on that, the Tab Ultra C provides users with a comfortable reading experience in color, moves closer to being a tablet. So we can definitely see that their Tab line, so Tab X, Tab Ultra, makes sense that this is their line of devices. They're trying to push it more towards an Android tablet and more away from the traditional e-reader, e-note taker type of a device. So they're making a very clean division here between e-note takers / e-readers and what they are calling e-paper tablet PC. And obviously their goal here is that the Tab line of devices will strive to become more of a traditional type of a tablet. Whether or not that's a good idea, time will tell. I know that people are going to be kind of split down the middle for it and against it. So let's see how actually this performs when it comes out in the market, and whether or not it's a feasible attempt to bring an e-paper device closer to a tablet, or should you actually make that differentiation because, if it's something that's similar to a tablet but never as good as a tablet, why would you want it that way? So yeah, that's another conversation. Let's now go back to the Tab Ultra C and see what it offers and what it brings to the table that's different from the Tab Ultra. I'm gonna jump ahead all the way to the specifications here, because you have the Tab Ultra C, Tab Ultra, and the Note Air 2 Plus all lined up next to each other with the specifications and everything else. One thing that's incredibly interesting and very, very, very nice to see is that the Tab Ultra C has, of course, Kaleido 3 panel, which has many benefits, but one of them is that higher resolution. And this is not only the first 10.3-inch color e-paper device that Boox has released, but it's also the first 10.3-inch Boox device with the 300 ppi resolution for black and white. The resolution for color content is going to be half that, so it's going to be at 150 ppi. But the news alone that you're getting a new panel that has 300 ppi at 10.3 inches is a very, very incredibly exciting thing to see, and that moves it a bit closer, quite a lot closer, to the Kindle Scribe. Now, why am I not saying that it's the same? Well, because obviously you have Tab Ultra C has a color mode as well, not at 300 ppi, at 150 ppi, but black and white is 300 ppi. Kindle Scribe also 300 ppi, but Kindle Scribe is monochromatic only. So Tab Ultra C equals better? Well, maybe not, because the Kaleido screens have that foil, the color foil on top, which darkens and fuzzes the image a little bit. So it's going to be very, very interesting to compare the two, the Tab Ultra C and the Kaleido Scribe, basically the 300 ppi 10-inch devices that we have on the market, and compare their monochromatic content to see how do they stack against each other. Because undoubtedly Kindle Scribe has pluses and minuses, but that screen is absolutely spectacular and the image quality is absolutely spectacular. So that's something definitely to kind of strive towards, and it remains to be seen if the Tab Ultra C can actually bring that to the table, as well as the color content of the Kaleido tree. The rest of the specifications are basically identical. So it is a Tab Ultra, sort of the same as when they released the Nova Air C versus Nova Air. They were identical devices, just a color panel, and we see the exact same thing here. So the camera is still there, the bucket is still there, the colors, the color of the framing, it appears that it's still the same. Everything is exactly the same as it is on the Tab Ultra, except for the Kaleido tree color screen. And that's pretty much it. Everything else exactly the same, and the price, of course, because Tab Ultra retails at $559 and the Tab Ultra C is at $599. And what I find very interesting here is that while this is an expensive device, for sure, like $600, but if you put it in perspective and compare it to the Tab Ultra, it's only $40 more. And that makes it, already on paper at least, an incredibly interesting prospect right before it's even released. It's a very aggressive pricing strategy here from Boox. Another thing that's also exciting for me, and I really am looking forward to seeing it and trying it out, to see how does Kaleido tree perform, especially now after seeing the DES panels and seeing the Big Me gallery tree panel as well. Now Kaleido tree finally slots into this kind of play field, and it's going to be very useful and exciting to compare those tree color technologies that we have, so that we can see what it actually looks like. Now, the thing that I'm excited about Kaleido tree as well, and you guys know that I'm not a fan of Kaleido technology, so I'm not excited about the colors. That I know that it's not gonna be a great thing, and I'm not excited about the darkness that Kaleido tree will bring. No matter what they do, it is going to be darker than the monochromatic display, simply because of physical properties of how it's actually made. So those are things that I don't like, and they're not good. What I am excited about, I already told you, resolution, excellent. Or excellent proposition. The second thing that's also exciting is the on-cell technology of Kaleido tree, which actually makes the touch layer 50% thinner, which should further lower the distance between the content of the screen and the screen surface itself. So that should make the content of the screen, the stuff that you're reading, pop out more or appear as if it's on the surface of the screen. And also, it should provide for a better contact or an illusion of contact between the tip of the pen and what the content that is actually being written. So that remains to be seen as well. But that is also a very interesting, exciting proposition for me, and another thing that I can't wait to actually test out and compare. And other than that, there's not really too much other things to go to, other than it's going to be a Tab Ultra device. So, as I said, has a camera on the back, uses the magnetic display case with the keyboard, so you can still have that, uses a pen, everything else. So Tab Ultra, but C with the color. With the 300 ppi black and white content, 150 ppi color content, writing capable, e-reader capable, Android 11 out of the box, super duper powerful, and 50% thinner touch layer, which should make things a bit better. I don't know, we shall see. However, the release of the Tab Ultra C makes absolutely perfect sense for me with the GPU, dedicated GPU that they have announced, and they have released first in the Tab Ultra back in November. And now it's in Tab X as well, and now we have Tab Ultra C. Why does it make perfect sense? Because that GPU, while it speeds things up, its main purpose is for improving the clarity of image and ghosting, or removing ghosting. And that, it does that on Tab Ultra, at least, the regular Tab Ultra, it does it the best on the planet. Basically, that device, whether or not you like certain things about it, that's a different discussion. But the core performance and the clarity and the lack of ghosting on that device is absolutely spectacular and unmatched. Even the Tab X cannot match the performance of the Tab Ultra. So now, when you actually put into combination these two things, Kaleido's tree, which is a better panel, so natively Kaleido tree is supposed to have better ghosting, clarity, contrast, and image quality over Kaleido Plus and Kaleido and all of the previous panels, which had tremendous issues with ghosting, right? So that was one of the things that was a really, really bad thing about Color E-Ink panels. They always have issues with ghosting. But you put the GPU that they've developed and that we've seen that it does absolute wonders in the regular Tab Ultra. If you put those two together, and if the Boox engineers have done their work as well as they did it on the Tab Ultra, then Tab Ultra C, on the paper at least, seems like an excellent recipe. So I'm very, very much excited to get the sample in my hands, to unbox it, to give you first impressions, and then to bring you an in-depth review, and of course to compare it with the Tab Ultra. And I'm happy to report that Boox has contacted me and they are kindly sending the review sample device of the Boox Tab Ultra C, so you will be able to see it on mydeepguide as soon as I receive it. So there you go. That news is very exciting for me, unless you've kind of noticed all of this. Yes, I own the Tab Ultra and I'm now like, oh damn, why did I buy it? Or should I have waited or not? I don't know. There's gonna be, I already recorded and edited a video that's going to be about the Tab Ultra itself. So I'm going to kind of wait and see and test the Tab Ultra C so that I can do all of the due diligence and bring you the content so that you know what to expect and what not to expect from the Tab Ultra C. But regardless of this, I'm very, very excited about the development of the e-paper technology and the e-paper devices and what Tab Ultra C represents, because that is a significant step forward if it is able to deliver what they've been able to deliver with the Tab Ultra. So no pressure there on Boox, like the expectations are super sky high. I'm just being honest, because they've set up the line with the Tab Ultra to be super high with the Tab Ultra C and the promo material that they've put in it, my expectations are very, very high. Now I'm gonna, of course, when I do the review, I'm going to review the Tab Ultra C in context of the current market, which means there will be later on a dedicated video that compares the Kaleido 3 Tab Ultra C with the Big Me Galley and the Gallery 3, and with the DES color panel on the Re-Ink Stone R1, so that we can see where are we in currently as far as the e-paper technologies go, where are we in that scope, and what can we expect in the future. I hope that you found the video interesting. If you did, please like and subscribe and ding the notification bell in the description down below. And let me know what you think about the announcement about the Tab Ultra C and the Kaleido 3 and the resolution and all of these things combined. Because it's going to be interesting to kind of hear, especially with the price. Not cheap, but not absurdly expensive either for what it actually delivers. But then you also have a problem. It's $600 for an Android 11 tablet with some color and some kind of note-taking capabilities. But if you want it to be an Android 11 or an Android tablet, you can buy Android 12 or 13 tablets. And for $600, you can choose. You can choose quite a bit from those. So my question would be, do you guys want me to... Do you think that it actually makes sense that at some point I start comparing devices like this, like the Tab Ultra C, if it's being marketed as a traditional tablet that's trying to become more like a traditional tablet, should it be compared to a traditional tablet so that we have a more equal level playing field? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, before you leave, please do check out the mydeepguide.com/shop, where you can find My Daily Organizer 2023. What is MDO 2023? Well, it's a hyperlinked PDF file that satisfies all of your personal or professional organizing needs in a yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily planner, organizer, diary, and all of these kinds of things. If you are interested to learn more, you can also find in the description down below a video playlist which contains tons of information about MDO, and then you can see if that is a product for you or not. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye!